pursue or not to pursue your passion? That is the question. Back in 1997, majority of women in my network in Uzbekistan would be choosing 3 career choices: bankers, lawyers, or doctors. Here I am. I'm an engineer from global cement and mining industry. I am selling cement plants. Yes, those factories which produce cement. How, you may ask? So here I want to invite you on the journey of a little girl. The little girl who was wearing her orange helmet, who was following her choices throughout the life, and who was conquering her passion. The path was never straight for me. After graduating from the University of World Economy and Diplomacy, I decided to take one of those trendy careers. I chose banking for myself. But every day at work, I would be questioning my choice. Something was not sitting right within me. Probably because of the tasks and responsibilities I had at work, or probably because of the demotivating manager I had. But I had those questions to myself. I was asking myself, what do I truly want to do? Where do I belong? What is my passion? I realized the construction is my passion. It didn't take a day or two, it took longer time. But I got a memory flashback from my childhood. I saw that little girl, the little girl wearing the orange helmet, the old orange helmet of her father, pretending being a construction manager. Big boss, like her father. That girl was me. Throughout my childhood, I was following my father on construction sites. I was following and checking all those buildings in Tashkent, built by that time. One of them is Tashkent TV Tower. Those memories were so live, so colorful in me. Then I understood that is what I want to do. I want to wear that helmet. I want to work on construction, though it's not trendy. And here, I would ask you as well, how many of you, realizing your goals, your dreams, would try to adapt your goals to your current realities? If you do so, of course, because I was trying to do so. I was trying to adapt, make a minimum, bare minimum change in my life and move towards my dream, move towards my passion. And in the banking, what I could do, I could move from loan department to construction department. And with that, I came to HR's office. And I asked to transfer to construction department. The answer was extreme simple. The answer was no, impossible. Impossible due to the point that I don't have a technical degree. So leaving the HR's office, I had choices in mind. And the choices were, I could get back to my desk and I could continue working where I am and do whatever I do, or I could pursue the new degree. I could do technical degree. And that question came again, pursue or not to pursue. And after sleepless night, I decided I will go. I will at least explore the option of obtaining the second degree. With that, I went to the university. And unfortunately, the dean of that school, he was out of his office. And on the door, I saw A4 paper saying, Danish government provides scholarships to students from Uzbekistan in 3 different directions: multimedia design, biotechnologies, and construction management. And that was exactly what I want. And first thing came to my mind is, I could easily apply for that. But on the other hand, I didn't have any plans to leave Uzbekistan, especially being a mother of a young kid, of my son. And even if any student by that time pursuing the choice of studying abroad, they would be choosing countries like United Kingdom, USA, Japan, but not barely seen on map Denmark. But I felt that this is what I need to proceed with. This is what I need to go for. And there I was again facing the choices, taking a decision and asking that question, to pursue or not to pursue. I could wait for a dean, I could apply for education and graduate in Uzbekistan, or I could apply for a scholarship and obtain my education abroad. That's what I did. After admission letter came into my desk, I was going to my parents, asking them for the support. Not only financial, but it was mostly taking care of my son while I'll be pursuing my new path. The support was tremendous. Even today, I have the best support from my parents on this regard. Whatever new, please proceed, do. Do your best. With that, in October 2004, I traveled to Denmark with a vision of obtaining my technical degree and coming back to Uzbekistan, returning to the bank and working in that construction department in the bank. But life had some other plans for me. So the student life was amazing. It was full of applied knowledges, full of experience on site, visiting the contractors, working with the manufacturers, communicating with the municipalities, doing lots of projects which were ready to build. And on my last semester at the university, I saw an ad from Denmark Technical University with the job fair announcement. And then everybody around me was telling that the world's largest shipping company is going to participate. So everybody wanted to work for that company. I said, okay, it's very interesting, curious. Maybe I shall try as well, just to understand what's there. With that, with two of my friends, we agreed to go and visit the venue. I printed out my CV. I checked on that company. Yes, they are working in Central Asia. They are operating in Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan. So it could be a good choice as well to do in case of I would consider something else. Two of my friends decided to skip the event because it was February and it was too gray, too rainy, too far away to get off the bed and go, contrary to me. I had my goal, I had my intention, why I'm going there. I came to the venue, I gave my CV, I was speaking with the GM of that company, everything went well. So I could just walk my way out of the door, mission is accomplished, right? But then my passion, my curiosity was just telling me, leading me just to stroll around the booths, explore the other companies and talk to them. With that, I was approached by talent acquisition manager of leading engineering company within cement and mining. And she asked me one question. It was very simple, easy, straightforward question, which any of you would be asked. And it was just, what are you going to do after your graduation? The answer was very smooth, because I had this answer many years in my head already while I was getting my education. The answer was that I want to work with international companies. I want to apply both of my educations, economics and construction management, fluency of 4 languages, and understanding the mindset and culture of Central Asia, where I am from. And right away she said, would you be considering joining us? We're launching the sales graduate program. First thing would be, yes, I would. But then again, like, wait, Nigora, you came to Denmark to get your education with a vision of obtaining it and returning to Uzbekistan. You want to go and work in the bank in that construction department. How does applying for this role and working in this cement industry would fit into your current goals? And here I was again facing the same question, again facing those choices. And again, the question of pursue or not to pursue. I could easily graduate that semester and get back to Uzbekistan and work in the bank in construction department. Or I could apply for a position in that company and get my international experience. And something within me was saying, yes, you go, you proceed, and you do your experience with international company. That's how the whole cement journey started for me. It was 800 applicants, and I was one of them, and we were only 8 people hired for that job. And apparently, in order to sell a cement plant, you need first to build one. That is how I was sent to Vietnam. Vietnam, where I used my construction helmet, finally, on the real job. Imagine, maybe 4,000 workers on the site, on the construction site. And by that time, only 10 Danish supervisors arriving to the project. 9 men and 1 woman, me. Again, very male-dominated industry. But once you have a good mentors, once you have a really good colleagues, everything works super fine. But Vietnamese workers on site, they didn't distinguish between a man or woman or Mr. or Mrs. So they would be greeting me actually, hello, Mr. Nigora, xin chào. So even if I say I'm a Miss or Mrs., they would not understand because they got used to, on daily basis, to talk with a man only. After a year being on construction site, fully involved in the construction and development of the cement plant, commissioning of the plant, I was moved further to Russia to manage market development for Russia and CIS countries for that cement company. Amazing experience, because you would be getting lots of mentors, lots of best specialists from the field, professionals, not only them, but as well the businessmen, all the people who are operating their cement plants, not only in Russia, but across the CIS countries. Whole this experience, let's say, of 20 years, working in different industries, working with different cultures, being able to travel to different places and exploring different opportunities under different angles would lead you to the question, what's next? Where the passion calls. In 2023, I was on Arctic trip. It was diving in the Arctic Ocean. It was watching the whales, and it was seeing the northern lights, which I saw only on movies or cartoons before, right? And I received a message by that time, and message was about the job opportunity. Job opportunity as a country director in cement industry in Uzbekistan. And my first reaction was, wow, really? And then I said, okay, I'm reading the ad. I started reading the announcement, and every sentence, every word which was written there, it was describing me, literally me, that I said, okay, I need to contact. Something is tickling again, something is calling. I need to contact that recruiter, and I need to talk to them. But again, there I was facing the choices. I was facing of taking the decision thing. And that question again, to pursue or not to pursue. I could easily leave after my Arctic trip back to settled life in Denmark, good job in Denmark, or I could pursue new opportunity in Uzbekistan, in construction sector, in male-dominating industry again. And the answer came right away that yes, I will pursue back to Uzbekistan, back home, and back to construction, and back to my passion. So, as you hear, my path was never straight. But by following choices, by following my passion, it was very interesting always for me. And the question was, to pursue or not to pursue? Standing here today, I will say, pursue that degree, pursue that job, pursue that goal. Besides, any barriers lay ahead. By pursuing this all, you will be staying true to yourself, true to your dream, and true to your passion. Thank you.